Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ship and Reach, and I'll be doing my January TBR. Before I get started, if you are new to this channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below as well as hit the notification bell. But I am shooketh that it is already January and the new year has begun. So let's get on with the books that I will be reading for this month. So starting off this year, I decided to lower my number of books per month that I pick. So this year I'm only going to do 5 books instead of 6 books. And then, like always, I am not going to do a duplicate prompt for each month. So I do have a few prompts that I posted and listed that are duplicates, but if I pick one for that month, I can't pick it again for that month, if that makes any sense. Basically the same rules as last year. Well, the first book that I want to talk about is my book club pick, and that is Kayaki by Vaishnavi Patel. This is a book that I've heard so many good things about. I definitely cannot wait to read this. All I know is that this is a mythological retelling of Kayaki, and I'm super excited. It says, I was born under the full moon, under an auspicious constellation, the hottest of positions, much good it did me. Very intrigued, and it kind of just goes into that story. I'm very excited. I've heard so many good things. Definitely cannot wait to read this with my book club members. Okay, now moving on to my 5 TBR pick. I do have my wheel here this time around because I don't have the stuff written out yet because I did not prep very well for this video. So I have everything on here, and I'm just going to spin the wheel 5 times and just, you know, find the books I'll be reading for these prompts. So the prompt number 1 is going to be mental health, if you guys can see that. So that's gonna be prompt number 1. So let me go find a book for this and I'll be right back. And for this one, I'm gonna go with The Girl in the Castle by James Patterson and Emily Raymond. This is a book that I was actually gonna read in December, but my copy from Libby has not come in yet. So I think by the time that it comes in, I'll be able to read it for January, since I am also pre-filming this video as well. So all I know that this book is about a girl who sees like hallucinations or something like that, and she's suffering from delusions as well. So she's being sent to the psychiatric ward, and the reason for this is because she is somehow experiencing 2 realities, one in the present day and one in 1300s, and things kind of go from there. I'm super intrigued by this. It sounds so freaking good. Definitely can't wait to read this. All right, moving on to prompt number 2. Once again, I'll be spinning the wheel. Okay, so this is a bookshelf generator, if you guys can see that. So once again, I will use my phone. Let me get my phone and find some numbers and find the book, and I'll be right back. All right, for this random generator, I have my phone over here. I have 1 to 34, which is the number of shelves I have, and it is shelf number 2, which means it is over there. And then from there, I'm gonna go with 1 to 30 for the number of book, and it's going to be 21. So let me find this book and I will be right back. All right, so I am back, and the book that I have picked up is A Spark of Life by Jodi Picoult. This is a book that I don't remember what this book's about, but I've really enjoyed Jodi Picoult's book in the past. I read her books a lot back in like high school, so I have very high hopes for her books and her writing. It says over here it's supposed to be a powerful and provocative novel about ordinary lives that intersect during a heart-stopping crisis. And it kind of follows a center, a woman's reproductive health services clinic, and something happens. Oh, it says a distraught gunman bursts in and opens fires, taking hostages. And then it follows the guy who is the police hostage negotiator and making plans to communicate with the gunman. And then he finds out that his 15-year-old daughter is inside of this clinic. So that is a little lot happening right there, just right off the bat. So I'm very invested already for this book. Now moving on to prompt number 3. Let's see. All right, I have a standalone. Okay, that's awesome. I feel like I have a lot of books for this. Let me look through my shelves and find a book. Then for this standalone, I decided to go with Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This is a book that I have been dying to read for years now, ever since I read Spinning Silver and fell in love with the writing and just her story and her characters. I've heard that this one is even better, so obviously I cannot wait to read this. All right, prompt number 4. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is POC representation, which means I need to find a book that, you know, obviously represents a person of color. So definitely have a ton of here to select from that. I will be right back. For POC representation, I'm gonna go with Redemptor by Jordan Ifueko. Obviously this has a character who is black, so definitely a POC representation there. All I know is that I absolutely adored Ray Bear when it came out, when I read that earlier last year in 2022. So I am so excited to just dive back into this world and just, you know, see what happens and see how the conclusion, because I feel like it's recent enough for me to remember, but I think if I hold it off much longer, I'm gonna have to reread the first book. So I need to get on this book ASAP, and I definitely cannot wait to read this soon. All right, moving on to my last and final prompt for January, and that is going to be beautiful cover. So you can see that. I'm super excited. I feel like I have so many books this year that are just stunning, and I definitely cannot wait to read them. So let me find out which one I want to read specifically, and I will be right back. All right, so for the beautiful cover, I am gonna go with this stunning book, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O. Honestly, every time I look at this book, it is just so beautiful. Like, I love these stencil edges, and like the inside is just so pretty. Like, look at this, and look at this. Like, how stunning is this? And like, even the cover has this like gorgeous stenciled looking image on as well. This book is honestly just a stunner, but obviously this fits the criteria of beautiful cover. And I know that this is a Korean mythology, and it follows this village trying to appease the sea god by sacrificing these young women every so often, and hoping that, you know, the sea god will be favorable, etc., and just let the village survive and thrive. And this girl, one day she decides to sacrifice herself instead, and things kind of go from there, where she finds out that the sea god has actually been put to sleep, and now she's trying to find a way to wake him up again. So definitely lots of things going on there, and I'm super excited to read this book. So anyways, these are the 6 books I will be reading for January. I have very high hopes for all of these, to be honest. I feel like sometimes there's always like one book that is okay, but honestly, looking at this stack, I'm genuinely very excited about all of them because they sound all so freaking good. So anyways, let me know down below, what are you guys reading for January? Have you read any of these books before? Because some of these are backlisted books, so let me know what you guys think about them if you've read them already. But as always, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. I would like to subscribe out my channel, and if you'd like to see more content of me, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below, as well as the notification bell. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.